everyone, it's Jules and welcome to Jules Reads. This is my weekly reading recap or update, and I thought I'd do something different and film it while I'm walking. Why do I always have to be sitting at my desk? I don't know. It's just the way I thought it needed to be done. So I'm going to do this while I'm walking, so hopefully the video is not too crazy. We'll see if we run into anybody and it looks weird that I'm filming myself talking. All right, so in these videos, I like to talk about books I might have completed reading this week, books I'm currently reading, books I want to read, books I might have hauled, anything I watched on TV or movies, and then plans that I did and anything coming up this week. So it's kind of like a weekly update on what's going on in my life. I think there's somebody behind me. Okay, yep, there's a runner behind me, so that person has passed me now. It just feels awkward. And then there's people coming up here, so I'm gonna go sit on a bench over here so it looks more like I'm just talking to somebody on the phone. Ooh, I should pause my run keeper because I really keep track of how I'm my speed and all of that. Let's just leave it. That'll be funny. Okay, so for let's see, I didn't finish any books. I'm listening to Purgatory Ridge by William Kent Kruger, the third book in the Cork O'Connor series, and it's good. It's probably my favorite so far. There is quite a bit of action in it, so it's a little bit of a mystery, and Cork's I guess I don't want to say that because that would be a major spoiler, and then if you haven't read the first two, but Cork O'Connor used to be a sheriff, and he's no longer a sheriff, but he still kind of gets involved in all these cases somehow. It's kind of like Murder, She Wrote, where why are all these murders taking place in where she lives? Like, that's a lot of murders. There's a couple other shows like that, Longmire. And anyway, I really like it. I love William Kent Kruger's writing. And so I'm almost finished with that. I have like 2 hours on audio left, so I'm listening to that right now. I didn't finish any other books. I'm probably about 150 pages into Abby Jimenez Just for the Summer. I'm really enjoying it. And now both of these books take place in Minnesota, which is where I live. And so it's really fun. I think that's part of why I like these books so much. The Abby Jimenez one, it's a rom-com, and I am not a rom-com reader, but I'm really enjoying it. And I feel like once I get past them meeting and all of that, I might not like it as much, and I might just kind of speed through it or, try and get done with it fast, but I really like it. So that one I'm about 150, maybe a third of the way through. And then I just started This Extraordinary Life of Sam Hell. And I can't even really speak to it. I said this in my vlog, but a lot of this information, you're going to see both in my vlog and my reading update. So sometimes if you don't watch one, you might catch the information on the other. And for what I want to read, I'm not really sure. Our June in Real Life book club pick is it's Simone St. James Sundown Motel. I'll try and post a photo here of it. And I'm eager to read that. So I was tasked with picking a mystery thriller, and this was one that was on my TBR, and so I'm excited to get into that one as well here probably in a couple weeks. I'll save it to start in June. And books hauled, I only got one book this week. Wow. And it is Sipsworth. I'll post a photo here, and it's about an old lady. I think she's grieving, and she becomes friends with a mouse, and it just sounds sweet, wholesome, a little Frederick Bachman-ish. I do not remember the author's name, and I heard about this from Ann Patchett on her videos from her bookstore. She blurbs the front of it, so I'm excited to read that one. For what I did this week, we went to, let me see if I can start walking, see if there's anybody. We went to, let's go cover up the camera. Book club met, and we went to, it's a speakeasy, and we didn't realize there was a comedy show going on, and there's only like us and 4 other tables, maybe not a lot of people. The speakeasy is really cool. great drinks and food, but the comedy show was just kind of meh. I don't know. It was funny, but we had a great time at book club. We had not met, I want to say it was maybe January, since my mom got sick and then passed away. So we had not met. So it was great to see them all, and we had a great time, and they did something so special for me. I'll post a little snippet here. Great idea. My mom she was in education for like 30 years, and part of that time she spent being a librarian, and she I forgot I have a pop socket now. They gave me a stamp, like a stamp that you would stamp inside of a book to say it's the property of, and it says donated in loving memory of my mom's name. And so then they gave me all their unhaul books, and the idea is to stamp these books and go around to little free libraries and donate these books in these little free libraries with my mom's donation stamp in it. Like, I'm gonna cry now talking about it. I was just bawling. I'm like, that is the sweetest idea I've ever heard in my entire life. How did you come up with this idea? One of you needs to go into marketing, whoever that was. And it was amazing. It was so special, so meaningful. And yeah, so we will get that project underway. And then the other fun thing I did this week, I did 2 fun things. Look at me, who am I? I don't know. Went to the MJ, the Michael Jackson show downtown Minneapolis, and it was fun. And it was actually a little sad too, because of just all that he went through in his career and with his family, with his dad. And I loved it though. I love his music. I grew up in the 80s, and my 3 favorites were Prince, Michael Jackson, Madonna. Loved those. And Prince is probably my favorite now, but I'd say back in the 80s it was probably Michael Jackson. So anyway, it was fun. Loved the music. It was a good time. Plans coming up this week. My sister-in-law flies in this week. Haven't seen her in a hot minute. She's flying in for my mom's memorial, which is next weekend at her house. So I'm doing just some things. I'm pretty well set as far as the memorial goes, but she's flying in. So we're gonna go have a nice dinner downtown at a really good Thai place and see some family that we haven't seen in a while. And that's about it. Maybe play trivia tomorrow night. I'm not sure if we are, but yeah, so that's what's going on in my world. Did you finish any books this week? What have you liked? Have you done anything interesting? I feel like my life is so boring, but that is on purpose. I don't like to do a ton. I don't like to have a ton of plans. That stresses me out. So this week was perfect. Hope you guys are doing well and have a great reading week. Talk soon.